Well, good morning, community. Happy Wednesday. It's Aaron Avila coming to you live 1 hour north of Golden Gate in Santa Rosa, California. Today's show, we're going to be talking. I'm just going to be doing an overview because I want to take a deeper dive in this topic because I think it's a much needed topic. We don't talk about it much, but in this video, we're going to be talking about the isolation of stroke. So let's get into it.
Welcome to the Stroke of Genius Show, Survivor Experience. Now, here's your host, Aaron Avila.
Now, hey everybody, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Aaron Abel. I'm CEO and founder of Stroke TV Media. And our intention, our purpose is to help you, stroke survivor, find life after stroke. That is our mission here at Stroke TV Media and the Stroke of Genius Show Survivor Experience. Right at the top, I want to invite each and every one of you stroke survivors to come on the show and come tell your story. So please, scan this QR code. I'm going to put up a QR code and book a meeting with me so you can be in the show. So there is a code. Take that, take your phone, leave it for 1 minute. Come tell your story and book a pre-show meeting and definitely come to share a story. There are so many stroke survivors that need to know they're not isolated and they're not alone in this battle against stroke. Okay, so please come in, book a meeting, come to your story on my show. I want to know your stroke survival story. And the reason I do this show is for you. I want to remind you, each and every one of you, that this show is interactive. That if you put a comment in the chat, I will bring it up on screen. I want to hear from you. I want during the show, I don't want to talk at you. I want to talk with you. So let's act like a community. But this is a community show. And please put your comment put your comment in. I'll bring it up on screen and we'll talk about it. But I figured we're going to be talking today. I'm 13-year post-stroke and brain aneurysm survivor. And boy, do I know the isolation of stroke. It isolates you, makes you feel all alone. I think a good way to start this show is let me read the word isolation. What does it mean? What does it mean to be isolated after stroke? Here it is. Here's the definition of isolated. And tell me if this resonates. Put in chat if you feel isolated sometimes. Here is the definition: having minimal contact or little in common with others. Have minimal contact or little in common with others. See, stroke pulls you away, makes you feel so isolated. I can remember when I first had my stroke. And I could talk now, but boy, in the beginning, I was absolutely unintelligible. You couldn't understand what I was saying. You could barely understand me out. It was a lot worse. I got feeling isolated. So how did I overcome the feeling of isolation? Because the feeling of isolation makes you withdraw, kind of roll into yourself, curl into a ball, and isolate yourself from others. I'm going to tell you, with Stroke TV Media and the Stroke of Genius Show, I think victory from a stroke is found in the mind. I think it is the foundation of a stroke survivor to be understand that the battle they face, the battle they fight against stroke, is in the mind. So why do I bring the mind up in the feelings of isolation? Because a lot of the times we self-impose the isolation. Why? Because we compare our life to the way it used to be and the way we are now. I assure you, I was a guitar player and singer. I didn't sound like this when I was before my stroke. So being that I sound like Elmer Fudd, kind of. Um, that comparing the way it used to be to the way I'm now made me feel isolated. You may be doing the same thing, survivor. You may be comparing yourself to the way you were to the way you are now after stroke. And that is why you're diving into isolation. But the point I'm trying to bring up, and I want you to understand, it's in your mind, it's how you think. It's really coming down to how you think about yourself. See, I, in my beginning, when I first had my stroke, half paralyzed, in a wheelchair, unable to speak at the time, I felt like my life was over. I couldn't relate to anybody. Absolutely could not relate to anybody. Nobody knows what it's like to be a stroke survivor except us stroke survivors. So I would isolate myself, pull myself back from the family. I pulled myself back from friends. But that is the absolute opposite thing you should do to fight isolation. See, when you're feeling isolated, remember a lot of the isolation is self-imposed in your mind. So you begin to think you just can't relate to people. So you withdraw. Put yourself from family gatherings. Put yourself out of getting together with people. Now the opposite thing. I encourage you. Get together. Put yourself out there. Don't let stroke isolate you. Don't let stroke. Now, how do you? So easy to say, don't let it. But now, in reality, it's in your mind. Don't let stroke lie to you and see you're worthless and that you can't relate. That's not true. We're not. Our life is not over. It's just different. Let me say that again. Your life is not over, survivor. It's just different. Now you need to learn to be who you are now. See, we can't change what happened to us. We cannot change what happened to us, but we can change our future. You know, it reminds me of a saying I share an inspirational that says the best way to predict the future is to create it. Now, I'm telling you, you could create a happier and better future. You can find life of stroke again, survivor. It's possible. I know I have done it. And now I want to share a little bit. We're just going to go a cursory look at this feeling of isolation after stroke. But I do want to take a deeper dive in another show, deeper dive into feeling isolated. In fact, if you do me a favor, if you watch this video and you want me to cover a topic, or you want to discuss a symptom of stroke, a byproduct of stroke, put in comments what you want me to do in the future shows I'll be coming, and I'll do it. Again, if I use your suggestion for a topic, I'll let you know on Facebook and comment and message you, let you know your suggestion is coming up. So I want to get back to isolation. Because in my mind, in our minds, we say, "Oh, no one can relate to us. Nobody can. I can't talk right. Your family, your support system loves you. They want to see you with them, not isolate yourself. So many times we lock ourselves away in the mind. We lock ourselves away and we don't go to family gatherings. I can remember, I'm going to confess something happened early on in my story, months after I stroke. My family had a huge gathering at a place Lake Sonoma. Huge barbecue, just happened to see me. I was unaware that I had peed myself. You talk about feeling isolated and wanting to withdraw. I pretty much do it. Here I am, 48 years old, peeing myself in my family gathering. Now, I could have isolated myself anymore, but I didn't. I wrapped a jacket around my pants and went for it. And I'm telling you right now, don't isolate yourself. When you get the chance to get together with family, regardless of how you feel, important, regardless of how you feel, because the feeling of being isolated is an emotion. It's a choice, basically. So, what I'm going to encourage you, how I overcome my feeling of isolation, how I combated it. Do put yourself in that uncomfortable place. Go out to the family gathering. Put yourself in a place of uncomfortable where you're uncomfortable, and you will begin to slowly get yourself out of that isolation mode. See, what happens is a lot of times isolation, with our stroke lies, is somebody can't hang out with people, they can't understand you, they can't relate to you. So stroke lies to you and gets you pulled back. And that's the opposite thing you can do. I suggest you do the opposite what stroke tries to get you to do. Go to family gatherings. Put yourself in this place of uncomfortableness and you will change. It has changed me. I want to encourage you because I don't want to make you think I don't struggle, but even to this day, 13 years later, I still want to get isolate myself because I'm so different than everybody else. But I'm saying life is 10% what happened to you. Let me break this slowly. Life is 10% of what happens to you. 90% of how you respond. That's a game changer, people. If you understand that what has happened to you does not define you. What has happened to you does not force you into isolation. How you respond does. So my objective here today, this morning, is to tell you, do not listen to those voices in your mind telling you to isolate, telling you to withdraw. Don't do it. I mean, the reason I'm here doing a show is because I didn't listen. I talk funny. I said I'm a speech deficit called dyslexia. Now, I could have withdrawn, which I wanted to in the beginning, which I did in the beginning. I did withdraw. I did isolate myself. But as I began to keep trying to find myself those uncomfortable places where there's too much background noise, family gathering, whatever. The more I put myself in those uncomfortable places, the more I began to change. I began to not worry about how I sounded. I began to not worry about what my stroke had done to me. Because you know what? We're only here for a short period of time on this earth. And we survive stroke for a reason. See, I believe the stroke survivors, each stroke survivor that is alive, that survived, has a purpose. You want to find out what purpose is? Come on my show and you will find out you're designed to help people. And I want to again tell you, come on my show, scan the QR code, book a meeting with me, a pre-meeting to a show, and come to your story. You'll find it quite liberating to share a story, and your story will help people. Now, as you put yourself out there in those uncomfortable places, your isolation will begin to go away. It does. It just goes away because stroke no longer can lie to you because you don't believe it. You're now going to family gatherings. You're now putting yourself out there. I used to try to talk to people, even though they couldn't really understand me. And it's amazing. The more and more you put yourself out there, look, the more and more I put myself out there, the more and more I found my purpose. So I want to encourage you today. You, stroke survivor, have a purpose. Please feel free to put chat where you watch your stream from. I'd like to know where you watching it, what state or country you watch your stream from. But you know, that feeling is isolation. I want you to identify it this morning. It's a feeling. It's choice you're actually making. Listen, let the voice in your mind telling you need to isolate. Don't listen to it. Don't listen to it. I mean, there's one thing to remember. Remember this. Your life to this point, whatever stroke or no stroke, your life is 10% of what happened to you and 90% of how you respond. So respond outwardly, put yourself out there, put yourself in those uncomfortable positions. You know, I want to encourage each one of you to realize who you are after stroke. You're not worthless, you're not a burden. If you embrace stroke, I got it. If you say, okay, I had a stroke, now what? Realize that you are the master of your own destiny. Stroke does not define you, it's how you respond. So respond differently. Don't let stroke lie to you and call you worthless, call you a burden, make you feel like isolating. Don't do it. I can remember when I first had my stroke, I could not put myself in any place where there's more than one person talking at once. Because I'm sure you experienced this. But if I put myself at more in a place, a crowded room of people, I would get confused. So confused I'd want to get out of there. But I didn't. I stayed there. Those feelings of isolation began to want to make me withdraw. I didn't. I forced myself to do what I didn't want to do. And I forced myself to go into a room of crowded people. I forced myself to go to restaurants. Because Stroke lied to me and said, I can't do that anymore. Because I'm not. But it's just a lie. So put yourself out there. Don't listen to what Stroke talks. Because what I believe the effects of stroke is an energy. I think everything in life is an energy. Now, you have a choice. Today you have a choice. You either get up and say, I'm going to rise above this stroke. I'm going to create my own destiny. Or you recluse, you isolate yourself, and you don't go anywhere. You wait to die, basically. I'm here to tell you. Don't believe it. Step out. Put yourself out there. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy. I don't want you to think I'm saying it's easy. It's not. Doing what I do, being on the show host of Circle Genius Show, Survivor Experience, it's not easy. But I do it anyway. Scared, I do it. Nervous, I do it. And I'm saying to you, put yourself out there. Scared, do it. Nervous, do it. In fact, a lot of times, the most powerful thing you do in your life. See, fear has a way of trying to stop us. Fear is an ingrained emotion that's designed to keep us safe. Don't put yourself in a crowd of people. You get scared because it might go bad. Don't listen to this fear. Fear is fictitious evidence appearing real. As you overcome your fear, as you overcome your fear of being different, your life begins to shift. You begin to change. Next thing you know, you're hosting a show. I mean, if you'd ask me if I ever would thought I'd be building a media empire called Stroke TV Media and talking to some of the most really successful people in this life. I'm going to pause for a minute and give a shout out to my friend, global business celebrity Jeffrey Hazlett. He changed my life. Hazlett. I can't think of it. I mispronounced his name after all these years. But Jeff Hazlett changed my life. And I'm going to be forever grateful for him. I want to pause for a minute to give him a shout out. And I'll tell you what he did for me. He told me I could make a difference. And I'm here to tell you, Stroke Survivor, if you push through the fear, push through the isolation, push through the lies of stroke, telling you can't amount to anything in this life because a stroke survivor. It's a lie. You can. You can make the choice today to rise up and to be a voice for us stroke survivors around the world. If you want to get more involved, let me know. Book a meeting. I'll bring that up. I want you to book a meeting. Now, I want you to talk to me about your feelings and what you're going through and tell me how I can help you, or you just want someone to talk to. You can book a meeting anytime. I'm here for you. My passion, my purpose in this life as after stroke is to be with you, help you rise above, help you find life after stroke. That is the main objective of the Stroke of Genius show, Survivor Experience. And that's the main objective of Stroke TV Media, help you find life and purpose after stroke, because it is possible, but you've got to learn to ignore the lie of stroke. You got to learn to put yourself out there. Put yourself in those uncomfortable places that make you feel like you are not good enough. But that is a lie of stroke. So today is your challenge. Let me challenge you. I want you to come up with 3 things that you're grateful for today. 3 things that you're grateful for. I want you to repeat this throughout the entire day. I'm grateful for the birds singing. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for a dog. Whatever you're grateful for, I want you to focus on that. That will begin to shift your energy in your life. Roland Taco for those that know have been with me for many years, Ronald Takaoka was a mentor. He's the one that got me doing what I'm doing right now. He passed away from a sick stroke, I think. 4 stroke punch. Anyway, his stroke killed him. But he said, where your focus goes, your energy flows. Let me repeat that real slow because I want to be sure you understand it. And why I'm telling you today's challenge is to be grateful. Because where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if you're constantly focusing on negative things, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't. You become an I can't. But that is where your focus is, and that is where your energy goes. Now I'm going to switch it. So you take on a challenge for today. And you say, I can be grateful. I am grateful to be alive. I'm grateful for watch your energy shift to gratefulness. Why is your energy shifting? Because your focus has shifted. Because in our minds, see, I believe your value, your life, if you're looking for life after stroke, is not found in moving in the name or going back the wheel, where your life and victory after stroke is found in your mind. I think it's foundational. In fact, I belong to a group on LinkedIn called Neuro Rehabilitation Group, filled with thousands of clinicians. I told them one time, why do you people, and talking to doctors and stuff, I said, what do you people tell us, stroke survivors, we're going to recover as if we have a cold or flu or a broken limb or something? I am telling you today, you're not going to recover. You're not going to go back to the way you were. So if you believe the misinformation that you recover is not true. But the thing is, you can rebuild your life after stroke. You can't. I've done it. I knew many people that have. It comes down to a decision you make in your mind. It comes down to that philosophy of where your focus goes, your energy flows. If you tell yourself in your mind your life is over, guess what? It's over. The way it goes. But if you tell yourself, I am valuable. But I want you to begin to wake up every morning and tell yourself you're valuable. You're amazing. You will and are going to find life after stroke. There is purpose to your life. If you're alive and you're hearing this, got it done. I'm with you, yeah. You do have a purpose. And I'm on all of you. Oh, wait, you got someone. I'm sorry. I'll pause a second. Someone says, oh, there's my sister Jan Burrow. Let me see, wait. Okay. She agrees, Jan. There's Jan Burrow. I encourage you guys to reach out to her. She's a great sister of mine. I'm really, really amazed at her. Now look at her, Alex. This amazes me. I love stroke survivors like this. She says, I am, the world is amazing and beautiful and waiting for us. You know, if you're a stroke survivor and you don't have that attitude, you won't find life after stroke. But again, change your mindset. Change your life. See, if you look at the world like it's amazing and beautiful and waiting for you, guess what? It will be. There is a saying Henry Ford said, I want to repeat it. Henry Ford says, what do you think you can or what do you think you can? Both are correct. Meaning that you and your decision right now determines what you can and what you can't. See, if you believe, say to yourself, I can't, you won't. But that same exact person say, I can. I can find life after stroke. I can. Well, guess what? You're about to. You're about to experience life after stroke because you just told yourself you can. So it's so simple it sounds simple. It's not easy training your mind after stroke to think positive because stroke leads to dark energy to no end constantly. But you need to learn to ignore those thoughts and begin to flood your mind with this. You begin to flood your mind with gratefulness. If you could become grateful, your life will change, I promise you. Yeah, agree. Now, we all have a purpose. How many of us out there still tries to lie to you and tell you don't have a purpose? You do. So today I want you to be grateful. I want you to change your mindset, change the way you think. And I'll close with this because a few minutes over. Dwayne Dyer, very spiritual man, said, change the way you look at things and things you look at will change. I want you to listen, not playing words. It's fact. If you can, in your mind, change the way you look at things you look at, the physical world around you will begin to change. My life is totally different because why? I've changed the way I look at my stroke. And so I'm challenging you today, stroke survivor, change the way you look at your stroke. Stroke happened to you are a stroke survivor. Now run with it. Go for it. Use it. Let it become your superpower today. Change the way you think about it. Your victory, your life is found after stroke in the way you think. Not in moving limb, not in moving, going back to who you used to be, but changing the way you view yourself. That is way it will change. So everybody, I want you to have a really great time. If you want someone to talk to, please book a meeting with me. Book a meeting with me and come talk with me. I'm here for you. I'm your brother. My purpose, to be here for you, to encourage you. That is my purpose. And I'm telling you, if you survive your stroke, you also have a purpose. You would have died if God was done with you, but God is not done with you yet. You're alive. Now you need to step into your greatness, step into your superpower. You find your stroke is your superpower, is your purpose to help others, serve others. I want to encourage you that we'll wind down. Please do me a favor and subscribe to Stroke TV YouTube channel. Scan that, it'll launch our YouTube channel. But definitely subscribe to it, like this video, share it, help us put the word out there. Help us raise stroke awareness. Share the video on your timelines. Whatever, but get involved. We're a movement. We are a team. We are basically a tribe. Yeah, okay, I'm going to keep going. But listen, today be grateful. Say thank you to the universe. Say thank you. Be grateful. Everybody, I hope everybody has a great day. And love you guys. Again, I'm here to talk. You want to talk. Have a great day, everybody.